The doctor's in. Michael Perrotti joining you from RedBull Conquest 2018. I'm being joined right now by Persia. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. Day 2 of Red Bull's been pretty dope, and watching everyone, get crowned the MVP has been pretty exciting. So, yeah.
Yeah, you've been crazy busy this weekend, running around front stage, backstage, everywhere. Is that different?
Nothing that I'm not used to, only because all year with Conquest, all the rally events we've had so far, it's been a lot of this. It's been a lot of responsibility, I guess you could say, because, I am one of 4 voices of Conquest, so, I feel like I have a huge responsibility to make sure I'm hyping up the event, making sure everyone's having a good time, and if that means I have to run back and forth all day long, I will do it until the end of time, so...
And the good news is you have plenty of Red Bull in these fridges to keep it going.
Absolutely. Sugar-free, though. That's my favorite one. Oh, I know. I think I got, one of the last ones. So I was like, score. I made it.
Well, that happened to James Chen last year. They ran out of the blueberry, and so someone, went to the store and found him a blueberry.
That's how much people love you, James. All right.
All right. So Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, that's what we got going on this weekend. A notable... Something that's not here is Dragon Ball. Would you like to see it here?
I mean, I like to see Dragon Ball anywhere, so of course. I mean, that game obviously has been taken over, and it's also brought so many new people to our scene. It's brought so many different players from different genres to one happy place, so I'm a fan, and, I give all my love and support to, any events that want to bring Dragon Ball on board for sure.
So we have the World Tour. They've given out, I think we did the math, it was 5 Dragon Balls to 4 players, Kazunoko grabbing 2. Who would you like to see to grab the last 3?
Ooh, good question. Honestly, one of my favorite players is Sage. I would love to see him scoop one up. I think it would be really fun. And as far as the other 2, I mean, there are so many people who kind of rose to the top early on, but we haven't seen too much of them, as of late. I'd love to see more, Super Noon and Mix, or, maybe some wild cards or some people we might haven't seen. Maybe Leffen. I don't know. Maybe if that attitude gets cleaned up a little bit, maybe Leffen.
This is the FGC. We're all about salt.
Yes, but I mean, sometimes too much, but it's okay. That means you care about the game. That means you care about what you play, and I respect that too. So it's all good, man.
So obviously, we're here. Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear. They're running through the top 8 for Street Fighter right now. Were there any big surprises that caught you off guard this weekend, player-wise?
Player-wise, I feel like everyone showed up renewed. Everyone showed up as a brand new person, because we've seen some crazy upsets. Lost Soul ran through losers bracket all the way back to grand finals. That was insane. Then even Tekken was super hyped because someone who everyone, hands down, thought was going to win. Jimmy did win, but Joey did not make it easy. Yeah, it was close. It was super hype, and both of them were just playing out of their mind. Every time Tekken's on the screen, everyone's getting hype. And, I get hyped too. That's why I picked up the game, because I was like, this is amazing. So, yeah, just seeing everyone show up and kind of, go crazy has been awesome. As far as Street Fighter goes, on the low, all right? I really want Neon to win. It sounds super random, but I'll tell you why, okay? Neon is representing Team Atlanta, which also consisted of, I'm drawing a blank, Spirogen for Tekken, and then in Guilty Gear, Nova, he won. So Atlanta's kind of at the top of leaderboards, but Spirogen didn't make it to top 8, right? So now, if Neon wins, there's a good chance Atlanta could still be best region. And Spiro said, if I win best region, go to EVO Japan, because my region carried me. And mind you, he did not win a single game this weekend. Throwing that out there too. Maximum shade. And then he said, if he still gets to win, he's going to do an Eddie cartwheel in real life. And I was like, yes, I am 1,000,000% holding you to this, because I want to see it. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for right now. And, Neon, he's, doing his thing, whipping out that Colleen and, mixing people up. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Yeah, see, I'm from Boston. I don't have much say in this weekend. We didn't exactly show up. But that's not, so the regional thing is something that is kind of different, right? You know, we have Overwatch League obviously doing their city teams, but it's not exactly something that is very prevalent in the FGC. So how do I phrase this? So would you like to see something like Overwatch League come to the FGC? Any game, doesn't matter what game, just like city-based teams.
I think that would be pretty dope because it would make people try harder to actually, you know, learn and play and grow with their scene. Some scenes, you know, they're all about themselves. They're all about number one. They don't want to, like, you know, grow together because at the end of the day, you know, it's your scene versus everybody else. If you're looking at it as you versus everybody else, you might not be able to get that practice in or get that experience in that you really, really need. A lot of times people talk about, you know, Japan. Oh man, Japan, great internet, this and that. They get to play all the time. And it's like, yeah, that is 100% true. They do get to play all the time. Having good internet obviously helps. But if everybody here took time out to go and play and, you know, do the same thing, they just have to take it offline, then, you know, it would really help. But people, you know, that pride is real. That pride is so real sometimes. So
I mean, yeah, there's even like non-FGC players like Anti, shaded Smash, sorry. But like he spent a week in Japan for the Tokyo Game Show, and he's like, I'm gonna compete in Street Fighter now because these guys leveled me up that much.
Yeah, and it really is about experience. At the end of the day, you know, you need that knowledge. You need that matchup knowledge. You need that situational awareness. You need everything in your power to make it work. On paper, yeah, you can look at a paper, look at statistics, look at frame data, and be like, this character's better than this character. But it's not just the character at the end of the day. It's the player. It's the mentality. And those type of things only grow by playing. So, you know.
All right, so final question. What was your favorite event this year?
From Conquest or in general?
Conquest and then in general.
Okay, my favorite Conquest events would probably have to be, oh my gosh, I feel so bad saying this because I should say New York, but Oakland was pretty dope. They had everything. They had barbecue. It was definitely a family feel. It was pretty cool too because, you know, Rick had a vision. You know, he wanted it to be very, you know, very cohesive. He wanted all the games to get love, and you know, we went around the venue, had like a camera walking around with the hosts all day at the venue too. Like, it was really, really cool. Tons of entrants. I think Oakland had the best turnout actually of most of the events. So, you know, that was an amazing event. Like, I really, really enjoyed that. Event in general this year, my favorite event this year, hands down, Combo Breaker. Every year, Combo Breaker, I feel, gets better and better. And just the fact that they show love to every single game there. Like, it doesn't matter what game it is. I love going to Combo Breaker because I know guaranteed I'm going to play hours and hours and hours and hours of Skullgirls, and no one can stop me. So I'm like, yes, this is what it's about, you know. No Coast, No Kings. I love that too. I think that is amazing because at the end of the day, we're all fighting game players. We all love our games, and you know, no one should ever tell us like, oh, don't play this game, or we're not going to support this game, or since this game's not at our tournament, no one cares about your scene. No, Combo Breaker shuts down all of that, and that's why that was definitely my favorite event this year.
All right, perfect. Thank you for taking the time, and look forward to seeing you on camera again.